Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, and Missy and I are out and about today in Eastern Ontario. We're at the Voyageur Provincial Park, Charlie Alpha 0421. Now, this is not going to be an exclusively a ham radio video. We're going to show you some of the cool things about this park and why, well, I don't know why we picked it. We just picked it because it was on the way home. That's why we picked it. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the channel again. I'm Stuart. Missy's in the site back there. And we're here at Voyageur Provincial Park here in Eastern Ontario. And yeah, we're on our way back to New Brunswick after a quick trip to Ontario for some work stuff, see some family, and some camping along the way. So Voyageur Provincial Park is situated just off the 417, about a couple kilometers from the Quebec border, if that, right on the Ottawa River, I do believe. Yeah, it was nice and handy to get in and out. Yeah, it was literally real easy to get in. And we're at the Iqua campground here at Voyageur Provincial Park, campsite number 166. And it's been nice. It's got a 30 amp power. The water is just around the corner. Got lots of room for our tent and screened in porch, and the park, the trucky in there. So we're out for our morning walk here to show you guys some of the sights around this park campground here, and also play some radio. We did an activation last night, 246 sideband QSOs and about 40 or 50 FT8. So we're already on the leaderboard. I think we're number one on the leaderboard for this park already. That's after one night. Anyway, let's join me for a walk this morning. We're going to show you some of the sights of this park campground. Coming up right here, this is the shower facilities and bathrooms. We haven't gone to the use the showers yet. We're gonna go check out the bathroom facilities and then go for our walk. So let's have a quick look in the shower facilities here. Yeah, they're not in the greatest of shape. Probably we can use a little bit of cleaning and a little bit of maintenance, but adequate for a campground. That was adequate, the bathroom facilities. You know, Quebec does the best job so far. Of all the 3 provincial parks that we stayed at, Quebec rocks it. Ontario, New Brunswick, they're okay. Not the greatest. I gotta think that maintenance for provincial parks is not high on the budget for a lot of these provinces, especially Ontario that has all the issues it has in the big cities and stuff like that. I gotta think provincial parks budgets are not high on the priority list, but you know, it's adequate. It does the job, but nothing like Quebec. Quebec so far seems to be the best. So we're out for our morning walk here along the Iroquois Loop here at Voyageur Provincial Park. Like, we're 166. I think there's a number. There's gotta be at least a couple hundred campsites here, you know, ranging from very small tent sites to larger ones that you can park a trailer, like a fifth wheel or something. And I don't see a lot of coaches, unlike the U.S. where we go somewhere and you see a lot of coaches. You don't see a lot of coaches here in Canada. I think most of the campsites here, campgrounds, are primarily 30 amp, so you're not going to get a big Integra Cornerstone like we had into one of these. But it was a comfortable night. We had a guy across the street from us came in late last night, a transient worker, on his way to Montreal, slept in his truck. But yeah, it's been pretty quiet here so far. Like I said, I think we've seen like 2 vehicles and 3-4 people the whole time we've been here. We've been here almost, overnight last night for sure. We got in yesterday afternoon. All right, so we're out for our morning walk here at the Voyageur Provincial Park here in just outside of Ottawa, Ontario, on Eastern Ontario. It looks like we got another shower facility here, just like the other one. And the cell coverage has been pretty okay here. We're on Fido, so we got like 1 or 2 bars of LT depending on where you go. So it's okay. It does its job. At least we have some cell coverage. Like I said, it's 1 or 2 bars LT, so it's more than adequate to do what we needed to do. We're not big streamers or stuff like. Well, we are. We like to watch streaming TV, but here when we're camping, we don't have a TV or stuff like that. And I spend most of my time playing radio and Missy reads. Yeah, we're not streaming TV or anything while we're out here too much. Although we keep threatening to get one, a little small camping TV. A guy fishing out there. Got an invasive species plant here in this area, the water chestnut. They can live dormant for 15 years. Wow. So yeah, they got some invasive plants here. So I do believe that is Quebec on the other side of the river there, the Belle Province here in Ontario here, and Quebec on the other side of that river. You can feel the heat from the sun as the sun comes up. It sure feels nice, especially after this morning. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was probably 7 or 8 degrees Celsius. It was pretty damn chilly. You ever stop to wonder how these rocks got here like this? I'm sure they're not put there by man. They gotta be like glacial rocks. So my mistake, that is not Quebec over there. We're at Iqua Bay right here. And here we are here, and across the water, just another part of the park. So we're gonna go on the trail here. A couple of short, steep inclines, but yeah, we'll take this trail here. I think we're parked, so our site's probably over here somewhere, probably. That's my guess. So we'll take this trail and see where it takes us for a bit. Kind of spooky, isn't it? Like, it's not very well laid out trail at all. It's kind of spooky looking. Oh, the trees here have got no leaves or nothing on them. But it's yeah, kind of eerie, like a haunted movie or a scary movie, horror movie, nestled here right against the river. But there's a sign, so we're on the trail. But it's kind of spooky looking, I would say, for sure. All of a sudden, you're back into regular trees with regular leaves showing and everything. So that was kind of spooky where we just walked through there with no foliage on the trees. I wonder if that's some sort of disease or just the soil conditions. If you guys have any idea, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. So that was just kind of strange to see it, just like the way it was. Here's another nice lookout area here along Iqua Bay here in at Voyageur Provincial Park. It is so still right now. Hardly any breeze. The water is so still. Very, very peaceful. You know, the best part of making these videos is not the actual, well, it is actually experiencing it right now, but also going back in a few years and watching these and the places we go and the places that we see and all that cool stuff. Kind of like the old RV videos that we have on our channel. But the other cool thing about these videos is when I go through the editing process, and this will probably be done in a few weeks from now by the time I get around to editing this, but the editing process where I go through and just recount what we did this day. Like, we're still, it's September 11th today, and we're still editing video from our trip in July to Ontario. That's how far behind I am in editing videos. But yeah, it's that's part of the nice thing about what we do here is editing the videos after and just going back through memories of these excursions we take and the things that we do while we're out and about. That's why we came up with the name of the channel, Out and About, just because of that. Because Missy and I go out and about. We also do some ham radio. We do some restaurant and fish and chip reviews. But it's mostly the out and about stuff that we do and the places that we go and the things that we see. And then you get this, you know, somebody throws litter here on the trail. Pick that up, take it out with us. In New Brunswick, that would be 10 cents. But here in Ontario, no fee for recycling. So we'll just pack this out and throw it in the recycling bins when we see one. Come on, people. Stop littering in our parks. That is so disrespectful to others, to yourself, and to the environment. Stop littering in our parks, please. All right, looks like we're coming up onto a boat launch area here and a dock here on this trail. So let's go see what this is all about. There's a recycling container 50 meters from where I found this. Lazy people. So this is the other end of Iqua Bay here at Voyageur Provincial Park. The road that we came in on yesterday is just over here. And yeah, you can see the long stretch of the bay. Now, the Ottawa River's got to be on the other side. Actually, I think it's to the right of the camera, actually. We're going to walk over that way and see if we can find it. First, we're going to take this recycling, put it in that recycling bin. Yeah, so this is the road that we drove in on yesterday when we came to the campsite. Nice paved road. It's in okay shape. Like all stuff at our parks, they need to be maintained better, but that costs money. And like I said, provincial park budgets are probably low on the priority list for provincial governments here in Canada. But oh well, it is what it is. There's another parking area here when you come in to the where the trash area is. You can put your green Coleman propane cans in there and your trash. But there's a nice parking area here, got some trees and stuff. So if you wanted to activate POTA from here, you can do that as well. But yeah, so there's ample spots here in this park to play POTA. I imagine if you look at the POTA website, they do say you got to book 5 days in advance to make sure you get your park pass. So yeah, that I've never had a problem just showing up at any park that I went to and set up and activate. But you may want to just book ahead, just to be sure, especially in the summertime, because all the city folk come down here and do their Yahoo parties and all that stuff. And then I come here. Missy and I come to these parks outside of the regular season. Like it is September 11th today. And we enjoy it because it's super quiet. So this is the portage area, or portage, or portage, however you pronounce it. Portage or portage, it can go either way. So they look like they have laundry facilities down this way. And this is one of those no excessive noise areas. So no playing POTA when you park in portage, unfortunately, because you don't have, unless you're doing nothing but FT8, then you don't have to worry about excessive noise. Go down to Iqua. It says that we have laundry facilities here as well. I haven't seen them, but it says we do. That's one of the things about Ontario parks that I like. They do have a radio-free zone. So if you're one of these people who like quiet, peace and quiet, you can come to the radio-free zone. You don't have to worry about some Yahoo playing his disco music till 3 o'clock in the morning and disturbing your restful night. But I don't think they let Yahoos play disco music till 3 o'clock in the morning. Although that one in Quebec, we're getting a reverb of the nightclub from across the lake, and it was loud until like 4 o'clock in the morning some days. But yeah, what can you do? No excessive noise at any time. See, you always have to tell me to go shh when I'm doing sideband QSOs, because sometimes I get a little excited and talk a little loud. But that one guy in Quebec, are you going to scream all day? Yeah, sometimes I get a little excited when I do POTA. I think I saw a person. I saw a person walking a dog. There's not a lot of people here, trust me. It is pretty empty right now. Again, it's middle of September. It's pretty empty. All the city folks are at their city jobs, at their city desk, and working away, slaving at the Government of Canada offices in Ottawa. And we're out here enjoying nature and working. I can actually work from here, which is great when I want to. Regarding noise, like interference noise, that one in PEI, we had terrible S9 noise. Here, nothing. The last few campgrounds, nothing, and we've been in the AC areas with, but there hasn't been a lot of RVs. When we were doing that rove in Nova Scotia, we were down at that one campsite near the lighthouse there. There was a lot of interference from those RVs too. But here, yeah, pretty quiet. But again, I think I've seen one trailer the whole time. Okay, here we are, back where we started, 163 to 182. Go see what Missy and the Chihuahuas are up to. Oh yeah, I left Archie behind too. And we'll see you have some breakfast, and then we'll go see what we get up to. I think we want to go to Walmart today. And I think if oh, there was a blue jay taking off there. We'll see if we can get that blue jay on camera. I think so. He's gone into the woods there now. But yeah, I think my dad's going to come down hopefully today and hang out with us. That should be fun. And we'll give him a call here, see if he's going to come and visit. We're gonna start breakfast. Our normal breakfast, bacon and eggs. That's what we kind of do when we're camping. Bacon and eggs. Yeah, you need smell-o-vision today, because we have maple bacon from President's Choice, and as soon as I put it on the frying pan here, you can smell the maple in the bacon. Also gonna have some British style beans this morning. British style beans. Okay, got some scrambled eggs on the go here now. And we do the eggs in the bacon grease so they soak up all the bacon grease, which is totally healthy for you. We got some malt bread and some beans going here. If you don't know what malt bread is, ask Misty, because she knows. She really likes it. This is how you cook beans. This is how you cook beans when you're camping, so you don't have to mess up another pot. Just throw them in the can. What a great way to do beans.